What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and today I'm team building around Choice Band Tyranitar for Sword and Shield OU. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. I was asked to use this in the comment section a few days ago, and while I think it's very good, it's also very prediction reliant, and that can be really tough when a lot of the Pokemon that we force out, particularly Fairy types, like to run Protect, which can just scout our moves, so definitely have to play around that. I have Ice Punch on the set mainly just to be able to 2-hit KO Hippowdon, as well as catch Bulky Komoa, which I see a lot of that on the ladder right now. One of the best ways to take advantage of this is by using Dragapult, because Dragapult will force in Mandibuzz, and that's just free T-Tar Stone Edge, which is really what we're trying to click right here. I'll go Infiltrator. This can also wear down Fairy-type Pokemon into range of Stone Edge, so that is kind of useful, but they will just wish up, so maybe I should add something after that can actually threaten Fairy types on the U-turn. We'll go Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor, and Flamethrower right now with the choice specs, so generally I like to go with one like attack or special attack boosting choice item, then choice scarf, but Dragapult speed tier is good enough anyway. I don't think it'll matter very much, and then obviously I'll go ahead and run just the max special attack spread with Timid Nature, so that's great, but what I'd really need right now is some way to threaten out Fairy-type Pokemon, like, immediately. I don't want to rely on something like Nasty Plot Rotom Heat to come in, and then I have to, like, predict, do I Nasty Plot as they switch out, or do I Overheat immediately, right? I just want a strong Steel-type Pokemon is what I'm thinking, so what can do that for me? Cobalion could be cool, it could provide me with the Stealth Rocker that I want. Bronzong is going to do no damage at all, so I don't want that. I could go with something in OU too, like a steel type like Jirachi, but I kind of want to use something else, so what's a steel type that I haven't used in a while? Those aren't the only steel types in UU, right? That can't be serious. Okay, I don't count Meltan. What else is there? Did I scroll past? Oh, Lucario. Lucario could be fun. I could run like Special with Vacuum Wave and Nasty Plot, which I don't really... It doesn't really matter what Lucario said I run because I have one physical attacker and one special attacker currently, so I think I'll just run Special Nasty Plot Lucario with Vacuum Wave. That could be great because Flash Cannon is able to threaten all those Fairy types like I mentioned. It does make it a bit harder against Sylveon if I do this though, because the Spadef stat is really good on that, but I should still be doing enough, and then obviously we'll be going Vacuum Wave and Aura Sphere. We don't mess with Focus Blast here, and then I'll go Life Orb with max special attack, max speed, Timid Nature, and 4 in Spadef, so there's my way to threaten Fairy-type Pokemon. I definitely want a Ground Immunity, I'm realizing. Lots of things I need. Ground Immunity, Ghost Resist, Dragon Resist. Those are things that I really need to add to the team at this point. I think the offense is there, but I need to have some defensive counterplay to their offense, so what can do that for me? Regarding the Ghost Resist and Ground Immunity, Mandibuzz seems kind of perfect. Yeah, I think Mandibuzz is way too good right here. It would provide me with the Defogger, and it's another Pokemon that can U-turn out on incoming Fairy types that can just get me into Lucario. And then once Lucario threatens those Fairy type Pokemon, Tyranitar is going to have an easier time, so let's go ahead and run the Mandibuzz with Heavy Duty Boots and Spadef. This also provides me with a more reliable Dragapult check, whereas like Tyranitar can come in, but I'm an offensive set, so even U-turn without investment is going to hurt. So let's go ahead and rely on Mandibuzz here with Overcoat. Mandibuzz is basically like Dark-type Corviknight, I'm realizing. They do very similar things, it's just what Pokemon they're able to switch into more reliably. I'll go ahead and run minus special attack. And then actually knocking off choice items is actually really valuable because Lucario's speed tier isn't the best, so if we can get rid of choice scarfs, that might help it out. Against incoming pivots like choice scarf Togekiss in particular, that can't threaten my Lucario anymore because like I could run physical with Bullet Punch to help out, but I think this should be good. Then we'll go U-turn and Defog Roost, obviously. That should be fine. So now we have 2 slots left. We have the Ghost Resist and the Ground Immunity now. Now what I need are hazards of my own. A Zero or a check is what I'm realizing I need. And a Dragon Resist. A Dragon Resist would be so good. So I think I'm just going to go with a Fairy-type Pokemon. I could add Rock's Clef, but that's boring. Let's not do that. Sylveon's boring too. There isn't really something I would want to Wish Pass to either, so I don't think I need any bulky Wish Passers like that. Same with Healing Wish Hatterene. I could go AV. I could also go like with a more fun option like AV Gardevoir. I could EV that. I have an EV spread memorized for Gardevoir to live, +2 Life Orb Hydreigon's Flash Cannon. And I think I can also outspeed T-Tar. I believe, based off memory, it was 222 speed, which is 104 here, 144 SPDEF, 8 HP, and max special attack Modest Nature. I'll double check the calc in between when I'm done building and when I start playing, but I believe that this can live +2 Life Orb Flash Cannon from Hydreigon, which is really good. And then I can just run like Assault Vest, obviously, that's how I do that. The moves of choice are going to be Psyshock, because max special attack Modest Psyshock hurts Sylveon a lot more than Psychic would, so I really like that. Then we can go Moonblast, Thunderbolt, and Mystical Fire on this set, so that's really good. Now, the problem is, I like Trace, because I did mention Zeraora, I can Trace Volt Absorb, but this is not a switch into that. I need a good Zera check, so what do I want to use for that? It's kind of sad that the only good options are Hippowdon and Seismitoad doesn't even take Grass Knot, even one of them, whereas Hippowdon can take one, and sort of scout coverage, so I'm gonna go with Hippowdon. I just realized if I do this, I'm adding both the Sand Setters without any Sand Abusers on the team, which is totally fine. Like, it's not bad team building, but it's kind of interesting because I've never really seen both of these on the same team before. Let's go ahead and run plus Defense Nature, which allows me to reasonably take on Excadrill, which is actually really valuable, I'm realizing. Excadrill was another big threat. I did have the Vacuum Wave to be able to revenge it though, but at least now I have a Pokemon that can take a 1/2 Adamant Earthquake, even with a Life Orb. And we'll go ahead and run Leftovers right now. So this is my Zera check. Let's go ahead and run Slack Off, Earthquake, Toxic, and this will be my Stealth Rocker, and I believe that will be the team. The abilities look good. What are the other abilities? I think Steadfast is probably the best out of these, and then obviously Infiltrator and Sandstream. Let's go ahead and get a game. So I have a game right here. My opponent does have Double Dragon, which is really scary against my team. Gardevoir might be able to take on the Kyurem, but definitely not if it's Choice Specs. That thing is a really big issue. I think they're leading off with Cinderace, but I can't lead Hippowdon and give Kyurem a free kill right away. That's not something I can really afford. We'll go T-Tar lead, as they end up leading off with Corviknight. Now the thing with Corviknight is it could have Body Press. Do I want to scout for that, or just take Stone Edge Chip here? I think Hippowdon is the better play, but if they go for U-turn and get in Kyurem, I'm going to lose the game, so let's just go for Fire Punch, actually. Ooh, dude, that's not a good play. You're not going to live this next hit. I'm going to predict the Dracovish coming in, though. Yeah, I'm going to go Dragapult on that. If they recover, it is what it is, but I'm going to predict the Dracovish, yeah. And at least with this situation, I can just click Draco now. Either they give me damage on Aegislash, or they sack off the Corviknight. So I'm glad I played it pretty aggressively right there. There's no way they outspeed me. But if I miss right here, I'm probably going to lose. So they give me the Dracovish. That's really good for me. Now they can maybe bring out, like... Okay, they want to Roost up the Corviknight very clearly. What I'm going to do is use it as an opportunity to get in... I'm thinking Mandibuzz and Knockoff isn't bad, and then I can try to revenge it using Dragapult Flamethrower after. I'll like U-turn into it. Yeah, that's like totally cool with me. I'm actually faster, which I didn't want to see, if I'm being honest. I think they're Body Press, though, considering the set. There's no way you have, like, Brave Bird on Bulk Up, I think. Or Iron Defense. So right here, I'll just go right for Flamethrower. If they switch it out, they switch it out. Like, I have to Flamethrower this thing. Yeah. I do 55. They have U-turn on it. Why? Iron Defense, Roost, U-turn, Body Press? Okay. I don't know why I find that really interesting, but this is a tough turn. I think the best way to go about it is to use Mandibuzz as the initial pivot, but it might make me a bit weaker to Aegislash if I do that, so... I still have Hippowdon healthy. I can go Mandibuzz once. Yeah, Skull doesn't hurt too much, and I can throw out another knockoff here. However, I'm going to U-turn because I don't want to give Corviknight the... That's fine. Can Specs Draco kill that? Assuming it's Leftovers, do I do 82? I didn't want to give Corviknight the Roost, that's what I was trying to say. Draco blows it away, yeah. Yeah, I don't care about your sub, dude. If I hit this, you're dead. Yeah, that's out of there. I think they forgot, maybe? I don't know. But I can spam Shadow Ball now. They once again tried the Corviknight. This guy's really desperate for this thing to win, but it really can't, that's the thing. Because I can bring this, and now I just click Fire Punch again, and like... Sure, you can Iron Defense, but like, you're gonna take so much damage to where you'll die to the next one. I burn Aegislash coming in, but actually, there's no guarantee that I was faster, never mind. If it's choice specs, I want to use Mandibuzz first, so let's go ahead and do that. As they actually opt a King Shield, and then I can just knock off this turn. Maybe I should Roost. They have Toxic on it, okay. That's a bit annoying. I don't want to take the King Shield, so let's go. Actually, I'm just going to knock off, whatever. As they pivot in Corviknight, I have to go hard Dragapult to make sure this doesn't win. Yeah, Dragapult every time. Iron Defense, but once, like I said, I have the Flamethrower for a reason. This thing can attack me, but if it attacks me, it's going to be too low. Ooh, that's actually doing quite a bit. What's their ability? They didn't show pressure coming in, did they? Where did Corviknight come in? Well, anyway, my play is to spam Flamethrower. They bring in Cinderace. This might have Sucker Punch. Either way, my best play is to get in Hippo. I can still beat the Corviknight using my Nasty Plot Lucario if necessary. But out comes Kyurem. Yeah, this is the really scary Pokemon. Like, I don't know how I want to deal with this. I think I will use the AV Gardevoir as the initial switch in. Okay, Freeze Dry does nothing. That might be Choice Scarf. I think right here what I'll do is go right for a Thunderbolt. I mean, I could Moonblast too. The Moonblast isn't bad. It'll put... yeah, I don't want that subbing, first of all, and it'll put the Aegislash in range of anything, so it's fine. I think it's very obvious I'm like that Assault Vest right now. I think, yeah, I'll just Moonblast again. As they go out into the Corviknight, I wonder what this is trying to do. Yeah, it's not pressure. I'll Thunderbolt it once and see how much I'm taking off of them. 44 isn't even bad. Like, I'm willing to sit here and do this for a bit. Like, I can burn through all of this things Roost at this rate. So right here, what did I trace? Pressure, okay. Oh, that's actually kind of useful. And then I can bring in Hippo this turn. Good U-turn, like you can bring back the Kyurem, but Kyurem's not going to do much for you. And now that I know you're a sub-Roost set, that'll help me out a lot, so... what I'm actually going to do is take the turn just to Earthquake. I don't care if this dies. Like, Hippowdon isn't really useful. I guess it could be helpful if I don't want to get swept by Cinderace. I still have my Vacuum Wave. Yeah, I'm going to keep this around, actually. Let's go Gardevoir here on the Earth Power. I'm assuming I'm in range of Ice Beam, but... like, they can sub to guarantee that I am if they want to. Although, looking at the set, they may just be sub Freeze Dry Earth Power Roost. Like, you never know. So they sub again. I guess they're trying to get me in range of Freeze Dry, which... it did enough last time, right? Like, it did 28 or something. Oh, it didn't even kill me. Ah, that's kind of funny. Okay, so I can go Dragapult. Nah, I shouldn't go Dragapult. I should go Hippo. Yeah, because they're gonna make this play every time. And then what I can do right here is just Earthquake, I think. There's the U-turn. I mean, I don't really care about Corviknight coming in at this point. Like, I don't think Corviknight can win. We'll go hard Dragapult like I've been doing. And just start clicking Flamethrower again. I mean, cool U-turn play, but I'm never gonna give you my... are they in Blaze range, I just realized? That is kind of a problem. Okay, good double, dude, but, like... I don't think it's gonna help you at all. Goes right for Body Press. Yeah, now I can Flamethrower or something, and they can't really do much about it. Dragapult is so strong in this matchup from the start. It did, like, way too much work. 57 is really good damage, too. And I'm pretty sure the Cinderace dies to Specs Flamethrower if it attempts to come in, so... I guess their best play is to sack Aegislash, but... they're still risking their Corviknight for no reason. If this dies, it's over. Like, there's nothing they can do if this dies. Because I have Lucario with Vacuum Wave plus my, Hippowdon. Like, Hippowdon forces a kill with Earthquake, and then I can easily beat whatever is left. So they finally get it out of there, but at that point it's not going to be able to win. I just have to make sure it doesn't Roost, so I guess Hippowdon is going to be a bit vital in that sense. Right here, I think I can use Hippowdon, but if they go for the U-turn, I did give that Corviknight the Roost, which is what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, the best play right here is to go Mandibuzz. Because this way, we saw that I outspeed the Corviknight, right? That's a given. And I outspeed the Aegislash, so Knockoff easily picks up this kill, and then once this is dead, like I mentioned, I win the game. So I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. My opponent has no Excadrill check, which is very interesting. Like, their team would get destroyed by Earthquake if I had that, but maybe what I can utilize is Dragapult U-turning out on the instant into Hippowdon just to spam that EQ, or even get up rocks, but I have to be careful because Hippowdon is my response to Zera. Regarding lead situation, I really like my... We'll go Dragapult initially on the Toad. I don't know how much I want to stay in, because if I take a Toxic with this, that could be a bit annoying. But then again, who wants to take a Toxic instead, right? I think maybe just going immediately for Draco and getting like 80% on this is better. Smart of them not to give it to me, I definitely have to acknowledge that. There's a couple options here. I can go hard Gardevoir. I wish I clicked U-turn. I could have had Lucario in right now and probably been ahead. But I think I have to use Gardevoir as the initial pivot now. And if they Spatak drop me, that's going to be like really bad. I guess the other play is going like hard T-Tar because I can take Moonblast, but I don't think it's very worth it. I mean, they probably click Wish or like Hazards here anyway. If they're clicking Wish, they're just going to pass it out into the Toad if I go T-Tar, so... Yeah, let's go Guard. Moonblast does 18%, and then... What I can do is... Do I bother scouting for T-Wave on this? That's definitely a defensive set, I can see that. I'm just a bit worried about this getting T-Waved because they have no Fairy Resist. But I think... Okay, we'll make the Hippo play here. On the Mystical Fire. This gets... Why don't you have Flamethrower, dude? What? I guess just to win exchanges like that, but that's really interesting. Let's go right for Stealth Rock since they can't remove them. And start to chip their team down. They might pivot in Seismitoad right here. If they go Toad, I'm going to have to make a pretty tough decision because... Okay, they go Drag. What would have had to happen was I could predict their rocks and go right for Toxic, but if they Toxic me, that's a lot worse. Right here, we'll make the Mandibuzz play on the Shadow Ball. I really don't want that Pokemon taking the hit, and now I literally just get to throw off a knockoff into something, and nobody really wants it. Like, Incineroar's Boots being gone would be amazing, same with Conk's Flame Orb. So, I'm pretty sure this is a Leftovers set. Yeah, I could tell based off the damage, and getting rid of those Leftovers is actually really useful. We'll make the U-turn play here, and once again bring out... We'll go Gardevoir again on the Wish. So the thing with this is, who are they going to pass it to, right? I can easily Moonblast here and do a sizable chunk to this thing. Okay, maybe not as much as I was expecting. Would Psyshock do more based off that? Maybe. Let's try it. Boots and Sin is really frustrating. Maybe I should be a bit aggressive and get in T-Tar on one of these Protects, but if they Moonblast into it, that's really bad. We'll throw out the Psyshock here. They really went hard in Sin that time. I thought they would try to pass a Wish to it to get it in safely, but I guess they didn't care. So now they get a knockoff of their own. I'm considering just trading here, but I kind of like this for the Mach Punch, so... Let's make the Hippo play. Yeah, they go for a knockoff. Not really a ton I could do about that, unfortunately, but at least what I could do right here is throw out an Earthquake and force that Clef to Wish again. And this time I think I'm going to get in my T-Tar. Unless Earthquake does like no damage at all, which it might not, you never know. They actually go hard Toad. I think I want to get this on a timer and just start to wear it down. If they get up their rocks, it's fine, but yeah, I figured they would get up their rocks before prioritizing Toxic. They can Toxic now, and there's really not a whole lot I can do about it except probably leave this in to wear this down even more. Do I want to do that? Because this is my Zera check, as I've acknowledged. Maybe I should be a bit more careful about it and go like Guard here. As they go Clef, because of my Magic Guard, I'm actually not taking sand damage, which is pretty useful. We'll make the Moonblast play. I'm just going to spam Moonblast this time. I don't want to mess around with that Insane. They go right for Mystical Fire. I'll go T-Tar here on the Protect. Or the Wish, either way. And then, now I actually get to make something happen. What am I doing? They're probably going to pass it to Conk, and that's really bad for me. Like, I can't prevent Conk from getting this Wish Pass pretty easily. Yeah, I mean, it did a decent amount. At least I have Clef low. That's an opening for me. Clef being low is pretty decent. Because now when I get in Gardevoir after sacking something here, I get a kill with Moonblast, I believe. Unless Instant takes it better than I think. Who's going down? I'm not risking Dragapult. Dragapult's way too good here. I say that, but they have Instant and Clef, like, I don't know if it is or not. Maybe I just let my Hippowdon go down. Like, I can deal with Zera other ways, I think. Can I? No, I just lose to Zera straight up if I sack Hippo. I can't do that. Do I sack T-Tar? No, that's insane. I can't sack T-Tar against this team, right? I mean, I should outspeed this, and I could get 40% into it. Let's go for it, and I missed that anyway. They went for knockoff, though. I think they were hoping I sacked off my Dragapult. I think I really regret not getting that damage right there, but obviously it's not really up to me. The annoying thing is now they're just gonna Drain Punch it all back, which I don't like. Yeah, that's really frustrating. Okay, we're gonna be aggressive. Okay. I normally never would make a play like that, but I really think I had to in that scenario. And now what I'll do is throw out a Spec Shadow Ball here, trying to catch the Clef. I can't afford Clef coming in. If they knock off here, it is what it is. We trade Conk for Dragapult. Too big, they're outside of the way, but... Okay, this is fine. Yeah, it is Boots, as we saw. It'll take a decent amount from that Shadow Ball, and then what I can do is get in my Hippo. They go right for Parting Shot. Interesting that they're not running U-Turn. That's generally the coverage I like to run, because I find damage a lot more valuable than stat drops, if I'm being honest, but maybe that's just me. Hippo's getting a bit low, which is kind of concerning, because... Okay, this comes in. You have Water Absorb, right? I'm gonna try to heal my Gardevoir here. Yeah, there we go. And then let's throw out a Moonblast. I don't think this will take a modest Moonblast well at all. Yeah, it didn't. They have Sludge. 15% bad -1. That's actually funny. And I can just go right for Moonblast again. So we get rid of the Toad, which is really valuable, but it isn't like going to win me the game or anything. However, it does help out my Hippowdon's Earthquake a bit more, so I do value that. Let's see what they do now. It's going to be the Dragapult, okay. So here's where the match starts to get scary, because I know for a fact they're going to U-turn here and probably bring in that Zera. But I think I'm going to make the Mandibuzz play anyway, because at least what I can do is... I could sack Guard, or I could go hard Hippo, it depends. So this is what the goal, right? I forced in Zera, it's Leftovers, okay. Are you Calm Mind Grass Knot or something? I'm gonna make the Hippo play, it's literally here for this. Like, I have no reason not to keep it around. Okay, Bulk Up isn't very scary. I can take on a Bulk Up set. Let's go right for Slack Off. Yeah, I think they know that they can't play around with that thing. It's their win condition after all. So let's go ahead and be a bit aggressive and get in T-Tar now. Look, we see that Conk is really low, so that's kind of helpful. I could also just stay in here. Like, this isn't really actively threatening me. But because I know they're going to go for the Wish, let's go T-Tar. And let's throw out Stone Edge, because this way I either force them to leave in Clef, which isn't going to appreciate the hit at all, or they go Conk and leave the Clef low again. The problem is if I miss Stone Edge again, that's really bad. I really wish I hit the other one into Conk, because it would totally die coming in right now. And this would be so easy, because I would get a kill no matter what if I hit. But obviously that's not happening. 52. Oh, I don't have my Choice Band anymore, huh. I maybe overlooked that. Instant with no speed shouldn't outspeed me, so I can maybe Stone Edge again. Yeah, knock that out too. That's really good. Now what I can do is spam Shadow Ball with the Dragapult here, which I really value. Out comes the Conkeldurr. I'm not going to risk hard Dragapult ever. I'll go Gardevoir on the Drain Punch. Let me just make sure that Spec Shadow Ball is doing the damage I need it to. Conkeldurr. It indeed is. Wait, that's no bulk, huh? That's a bit concerning. Yeah, no bulk is definitely not what I was hoping to see. I mean, either way, if I get rid of Conk, I should be fine. So, like, even if they have good investment, that's okay. So they opt to pivot in the Clef, which is smart. But what I've done is force it to Wish, and I think I can get in Lucario. Yeah, let's make the Lucario play. They go right for Moonblast, but at least this gives me a Flash Cannon. Oh, imagine how nasty plotted. I don't know why they would risk that. And they give me the Clef. That's so good. I needed that. Because now they have to revenge me using Dragapult, or... Actually, they could go anybody now that I'm thinking about it. In fact, they should probably try Conk, because... I'm just gonna stay in. They go right for Mach Punch, but yeah, this still gives me my Dragapult kill, and I think I can play it safe by just trading here. Because Hippowdon plus Mandibuzz should just beat the combination of the last two if they give me that. So out comes Zera. I go hard Hippo here. I don't care if they double out. Yeah, my best play here is just to spam Earthquake. There's nothing they can do. That won't kill. Even a crit wouldn't have killed me because Hippowdon is really good. And then I don't think Dragon Dance can win at all because I have Sand plus Earthquake right now. Yeah, GG. Okay, so scary game right there. Really long game too. That was over 10 minutes, jeez. But who wants to get this kill? You know what, T-Tar, since it's your video, why don't you do it? Yeah, there's that Shadow Ball, not gonna knock me out, and I can knock that bad thing out with Crunch. There we go. I'll be right back. So now we have like the exact same team, except for Dragapult, they have Corviknight, so that's very interesting. I definitely want to try to win with Lucario right here. That's definitely better because they don't have Dragapult like the other guy. I'm going to lead off with maybe my own Dragapult isn't bad. I mean, Clef is annoying, obviously. I'll go right for the U-turn. I don't know what this is trying to do. If it's Life Orb, that's like threatening, but I can still get in guard. Oh, it's the teleport set, okay. I made fun of the teleport set the other day, but teleport's actually good. I didn't realize it was like -6 baton pass. Obviously without, I don't think it transfers stats at all, because if it did, I think a baton pass clause would probably apply to teleport. Let's go ahead and Thunderbolt this. Get a crit, yikes. I put that really low. Okay, well I definitely risked my guard right there for no reason, but Corviknight's really annoying, so the fact that it's in range of my... I'm gonna lose to this if my Hippowdon takes Grass Knots, but it's still my play. And then what I can do is click Rocks here. If they roost up the Corviknight, I can still keep my Rocks up, so it's like not the worst thing ever. And I can even get in T-Tar here and maybe just go right for... I'll just click Crunch. They go right for Defog, so they managed to get, like, I'm assuming everything they wanted out of the exchange, but I still have that Corviknight low again, so I don't know how much they like that. What do I want to do now? Because, like, I could make the passive Hippo play, but if they U-turn out into Corviknight... Well, actually, they would U-turn out into Toad, if anything. Okay, Parting Shot. I was hoping that I could maybe keep Rocks up, but it doesn't look like that's happening at all. I think at this point, I'll just get up Rocks here. Actually, wait a minute. Zera, I can't do that. Okay, this is a tough situation to be in. I think I'm going to be a bit aggressive here and go right for the Stealth Rocks. I'm still out of range of Zera, so it's fine. Knockoff is scary. Do I make that aggressive play that I made last game? Yeah. On the Facade. Okay, good for me. I can click Shadow Ball here. Clef doesn't take anything, so it is lefty's Clef as we see that now. Okay, that's bad. Go Lucario on the Wish. I don't think they would go hard Lucario. I mean Conkeldurr. It should die if they do. If anything, you pass it to Toad. Yeah, there's no way you go Conkeldurr here. It would die to Life Orb Flash Cannon. And then you would lose the game. Because Clef is low, Corviknight's low, and then you don't have your Conk. Unless it lives, like maybe it does, and then I should just Flash Cannon immediately. But if they go hard Toad, then I get nothing out of the exchange, which would be really annoying. Yeah, Flash Cannon could kill Conk, and the thing is with Seismitoad, if I actually did click the Nasty Plot right here, I could kill it with +2 pretty easily. They passed it to Ensign. Okay, I think I get a kill. Because Aura Sphere should knock this out. With +2 Life Orb. And we know it's Boots, so it's not like a Soul Vest or anything. There we go. That is huge. That is so good. And then now they force out the... Zera. Do I want to trade here? No, absolutely not. I have to go Hippo. Yeah, they tried to trade with me, but I'm not going to let that happen. Let's go right for Slack Off again. So I could Earthquake predicting the Roost, but if they defog, then there's like no point in doing that. I think the much better play is just to get in T-Tar on the Roost and take the turn to go for Fire Punch. I'm not going to Stone Edge. Yeah, I don't think there's a point to risking a miss against this defog. Okay, they let me keep Rocks up, which is very interesting. They're going to bring back the Conkeldurr here. And I think my best play at this point is maybe just to sack this off. I think everybody else is way too valuable. As they Drain Punch health back, but like, the reason that exchange was so safe for me is because I have Gardevoir to Moonblast for a kill since Corviknight is so low. So let's go right for Moonblast. Like, obviously, these games could easily be lost if I just get predicted as I go Dragapult, but a lot of the times when people get the play wrong first with Conk, they'll make the safe play the next time, so it doesn't even matter. So out comes this. I think what I'll do here is go... I'll actually throw out a Moonblast first and just see what kind of damage I'm doing. I'm doing a bit, not too much. Okay, that's a bit bad. I'll go right for Psyshock here. They end up protecting on it, okay. That does a bit more. There's a Wish. Let's lower those stats a bit, just to make sure Moonblast is doing like no damage at all. I think eventually they'll try to pass it out. The question isn't to who, right? Oh, that's doing a lot. Max Special Attack Modest Gardevoir is a really good Pokemon, I'm realizing. I like this thing. I nearly knocked it out right there. Jeez. Gardevoir, calm down. There's no need. So let's be aggressive here. Make this play. Nasty plot up on the Moonblast, which does no damage at all, and now I get a free Flash Cannon kill. Oh, they got the drop, though. Does Vacuum Wave kill? Yeah, that drop's annoying. If I don't kill, that is. So, +1 special attack. And then they don't have the minus nature. Yeah, I still kill. Good scout, but I think you still lose. Like, you can go Toad here if you want, but I don't think it'll help you. I think at this point I will just attack the Toad, because I should be able to win. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. My opponent is running some nice setup spam. My Lucario does have potential to revenge kill multiple Pokemon. However, I need to be really mindful that Hawlucha could just win the game, because Vacuum Wave isn't hitting that very hard, and obviously, like, on Burden boosted Sky Attack is a really big issue. So they did end up leading with the Drill. I was really hoping to see the Grim, but this isn't that big of a deal. I can go Hippo on it. And I'm thinking what I want to do right now is go immediately for Stealth Rocks? Ooh, they have Toxic, okay. Well, in that case, I'll go right for the Earthquake. And then I'll just knock it out here. Okay, so that's annoying. Like, I'm probably not going to get rocks this game, but... Oh, and I just made myself weaker to the Bisharp. Okay, I'm not very happy with this exchange anymore. Yeah, I didn't realize this thing was actually decent against Bisharp, huh? Well, I'm not going to lose to Bisharp as long as Lucario is alive, so there's that. At the very least. I wonder what they do right here. Like, do you go Grimmsnarl and try to taunt me immediately? Because that could invite in the Gardevoir that you don't want coming in. I'm also curious about what their Necrozma coverage is, because if it's Autotomized Weakness Policy, which is generally what people are running, then I can't crunch it behind Veil, but I can try to Stone Edge through it. I also can't U-turn or knock off with my Mandibuzz against that. What's this guy thinking so hard about? Yeah, I think this game is probably an L to Hawlucha. I don't want to be negative about it, but like my Hawlucha matchup just isn't there. If Hawlucha comes in, I think the play I'm going to need to make to ensure I don't lose is either attack it if I can. Okay, this is interesting because you don't beat my Lucario unless you King's Rock flinch it. Yeah, I don't know why they're trying this. I'm gonna get up my rocks here. Okay, smart of them to take the kill. I think that's definitely the best play. And what I'll be doing now is going Lucario and just throwing out Flash Cannon. They don't have that great plays against this. I have a feeling they are a set with King's Rock, not Focus Sash, which is why I'm willing to do this. Flash Cannon Oko's right. Yeah, it's Life Orb Flash Cannon and it's a Cloyster. Get out of here. I don't think this lives, like... If Togekiss Air Slash with not even max investment is doing 90%, I think Lucario's Flash Cannon with Life Orb can kill. So they have a tough decision to make. I'm really interested as to why they decided to use Cloyster to revenge me, out of all things. Like, if it's Sash, that's scary because it opens up the door for the Bisharp, but I don't think there's a move that this could click that would actually scare like put it in range of Bisharp Sucker Punch, that's the thing. So here's the Hawlucha. I have to go hard Dragapult every time. Yep, it tries to close combat for that boost. I'm not going to let it do that ever. And my best play right now is to go immediately for Draco Meteor on the Necrozma. I can follow it up with another one and hope I hit. If I miss it, I'm going to lose to Hawlucha. So maybe I should be smarter here and just go Gardevoir. They go right for the Autotomize, but I don't die to anything. Yeah, there's no way I die right here. Lucario is vital. I need that Pokemon or else I'm going to lose this game. Yeah, they were really desperate to get that Burden right there. Every time that thing is in, I'm going hard into my Dragapult. Unless it comes in here, like then I'm Moonblasting. But yeah, I'm definitely not faster than Bisharp, unfortunately, due to my horrible speed investment, but I still think that Spadef is pretty useful. So we know now that they're probably the White Herb set, but I can't ignore the potential of a Sky Attack variant. Actually, if they are Sky Attack, I think I just lose to it. Unless a Dragapult... No, it'll die to Acrobatics from 76, I believe. Okay, I'm just gonna Moonblast. They are the Sky Attack set. I think I just lose. Unless a Dragapult can take this on. Do you live Acrobatics, a Dragapult? You do, okay. That's really important. Cloyster. I have to attack this. Just knock it out in one, okay. And then what I do right here is I go hard Lucario. Yep, on that. Vacuum Wave is my best play. And I'm able to knock out the Bisharp, okay. So that's a game, I'll be right back. So I've got another game right here. My opponent has NDD to prevent priority attacks and then a ton of setup Pokemon. I think this one's going to be a lot harder than the last one because Gyarados just wins, like, straight up, but I'll try to get a Brox for that. I don't know if this gets Magic Coat, that's the thing. Wish I knew. I guess I could just check. Nah, let's find out the hard way. It goes right for Psychic, okay, that's good. I was kind of scared right there. We'll make the Toxic play now. Actually, I could probably just slack off. Like, what are they doing to me? Energy Ball, that's what they're doing to me, okay. Well, we'll make the Mandibuzz play then. Interesting that their team doesn't have hazards. But yeah, I don't want to die right here, so let's just go Mandibuzz and U-turn. They go right for Psychic. Should I knock off? Let's go for knockoff. I think knockoff could be better. I wonder if their hazard setter is like Cloyster and then that has Rapid Spin. So I didn't kill Ndidi, unfortunately. However, I'm completely wasting their terrain right now, which is really useful. So if I get the U-turn kill right here, then I will be able to like click priority moves after the terrain goes down in 3 turns. So I don't think they'll give it to me, which means I should get momentum. Like either way, I think this turn is a win-win for me, but I don't know, like, Gyarados is really scary with heavy-duty boots. I'm just trying to figure out how that doesn't just win. So I'm able to get my momentum. We'll take it with Lucario, and I can literally just click Flash Cannon. I mean, Aura Sphere is fine, too. Catches Snorlax harder, so well, might as well, right? Nah, they're not gonna go Snorlax on this. Let's go for Flash Cannon. They go Gara. Okay, so the biggest threat to my team is now here. Which is interesting. Is it going to try to set up or just knock me out? I think I have to attack it, like... I could go hard Dragapult and probably live a hit, that's the thing. But I could lose to Hawlucha if I make that play. We'll go that route anyway. Ooh, dude, I have the Infiltrator. And I'm just going to Shadow Ball it. I don't care if Snorlax comes in. I could Draco, but if I miss, then I lose. So let's knock that out through the sub, and that's amazing. I'm just a bit worried about, like, okay, I'll be right back. So I guess the free HO win isn't very threatening when the opponent decides to play like that. This guy gets destroyed by my Gardevoir, so that's something I can try to utilize right now, but... Okay, Lucario can also win, is what I'm realizing, but I need damage on Toxapex for that to even potentially happen. Obstagoon is a problem. If they keep on getting it in on Dragapult, as I click Shadow Ball, that's really bad, so I might have to be a bit aggressive against it. Either way right here, what I'm going to do is lead We'll go with the Gardevoir. They end up leading Corviknight, so I did mention how good this Pokemon is, but weakening Corviknight's like really good. It would help out T-Tar, it would help out my Dragapult and my Lucario. Let's go right for Thunderbolt. I did no damage at all, huh? Okay, well at least they're not getting leftovers, but yeah, this is the problem. I'll hope Hippo can take 2 Facades. It can, okay. I'll play this match really offensively. I'll select the Hippo here to try to get up rocks. They don't want it happening, unfortunately. For me. It's very Spadef is what I'm realizing. So they opt to take the Defog. I think I have to crunch here. As they give it to me, okay. So that thing's really low, which is really important. If I get up rocks, it's dead on entry. So whenever I have an Hippo, they're probably going to switch it in. That Obstagoon though, that's such an issue. Although if it comes in here, it'll take like Flame Orb and whatnot. So that's leftovers, okay. Good to know. They get up their rocks. They're obviously going to go Corviknight here. And what I'm going to do is Earthquake this turn just to scout what sort of damage I'm doing. I'm doing a lot, it's not enough. Yeah, I have to switch out on it. There's that. This time I'll go right for the Stone Edge on the Komodo. I was thinking about Ice Punching because it caught Hippo and Komodo, but I didn't want that staying in. Like, I would lose because they would get the U-turn and then I wouldn't get damage, so... Let's see. Komodo comes in. What do I want to do about this now? It's probably Toxic on the set, is what I would guess. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, damage on this is good. We'll do the Gardevoir play, because I can take Body Press. It does hurt a bit. And I can just click Moonblast. It'll kill the thing in combination with Psyshock. How aggressive would they be here? Nah, they're not going to make that play. Okay, but I did no damage at all. T-Specs is interesting. I don't really know what to think about that, but I'll go for Thunderbolt here. In case they try to get an Obstagoon. I guess they could go Clef if they really want to. Yeah, they go Clef. That's a bulky Clef, okay. I'll throw out some Psyshocks. I have to play it to where I don't switch very much, just due to the fact that they have Toxic Spikes up. Either that or I'll just play for the Lucario win, which is possible because they gave me damage on the Pex, but like Pex is insane to the point where it may not even be enough at this point. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the knockoff here. Goes right for Calm Mind. Okay, that just got a lot scarier. Let's go for knockoff. Moonblast hurts. I think let's get rid of all the hazards. Do I just go for it now? Like, I'm considering just going for it now, but I think the better play is to go T-Tar and Stone Edge. They have Protect, so they can scout my move, which is really frustrating. I hate that. We'll go Hippo. Yep, because I know they're going to try to get up hazards again. And hazards are vital for me. I'm going to start playing a bit aggressively, and I'm going to make the Dragapult play here. And this allows me to just throw out a Draco, yeah, knock out the Komodo. I was thinking about Shadow Balling, but it really isn't in my best interest at that point in the game. Let's take momentum here. They really value the T-Specs. The great thing is my win condition doesn't care about that. But Clefable being so healthy is really frustrating. Okay, this is cool. I can go for Moonblast here. Okay, they're gonna slack off spam, it looks like. Which is smart. Like, that's definitely their best option here. Okay, that's fine. What I'll do is go Dragapult. And just throw out a Shadow Ball right now, is what I'm thinking. If they go hard Obstagoon, it is what it is, right? I'm not going to let this recover. I have to keep it in range of Lucario. So that's a double down. I like going Lucario here, but I also like T-Tar more. Okay, they bring in Pex. I really need to hit the Stone Edge. Okay, they sack off the Corviknight to get in Hoogoon. That's cool. I think I sack this off and then try to go Lucario. Let's make the Lucario play. Knock that out. Can I beat these? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. Scald hurts. I can slack off here. Earthquake that. If I can crit this Earthquake, maybe. And actually, I should just go hard Lucario on the Wish and hope that I can... Okay, they're actually choking. If I can crit a +4 Flash Cannon into Toxapex, I think I win the game. Oh, wait a minute. They let me go +6? Okay, I think they might have thrown. Oh, it's unaware. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't think about unaware at all. I'm pretty sure I saw them switch into hazards too, so yeah, that's going to be game right there. So unfortunately, that's how we're going to take an L. Yeah, I should have paid more attention to them taking hazard damage coming in, but unfortunately, that's going to be that. Maybe we can see where I am on the ladder if it updates right now. Where was I before that game? 1777, so I'm assuming around like maybe 1750, depending on where this guy was, which was 1717, so I should be losing a decent amount. It's all good though, I think that was still a 5-in-1 session, so pretty successful. And yeah, you can find the team down below in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.